أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 3. In the previous few lessons, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informs us about, gives us ta'arif of this kitab, gives us description of what Quran is. And that has happened in 3 different ways. That it is a complete book, there is no doubt about it, and in it is guidance for those who are muttaqi. And then we discussed what muttaqi was. In simple terms, these are those people who are serious. They want to protect themselves. And the example of that could be in various different ways that we gave. One of them could be is that you join in university and you went to a class basically. The lecturer, the professor going to come and he's going to say that this course is going to benefit all of you. And then he starts, and then he says at the end, it will only benefit those people who are serious, those people who are going to listen, those people who are going to observe, those people who are going to think about it. So same thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in the Quran, Hudal linnas. And it is guidance for all the people. But what kind of people? They are those people who are muttaqeen, those people who are serious, those people who wants it. So it's going to only benefit those people. So this was one. Then thereafter, this is basically a da'wah. This is how da'wah happens. When you give da'wah with the Quran, which is the only way you give da'wah, with the Quran. This is the way. Rasul came and he gave da'wah with this way of Quran. Ya ayyuha ar-rasulu balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. This is the way to do tabligh. So now once you have done this, what's going to happen? You will be able to see 3 different types of groups. One of them is this one. That when the Quran is presented to them, they will grab it with both hands. Thereafter will be completely opposite the other spectrum of the line. Yeah, these will be the worst of kafir, the zadi kafiran. This is what's going to be the next. And then there will be people who are in between. We know them as hypocrites. They will come later on. But now, this group who hears this kitab, what kind of effect is going to do on them? This is the first group, and Allah gives 3 of their qualities. Tells us 3 of what they have in them. If they are found in them, then these are those people whom the Quran they will take benefit from. One of them is that they believe in the ghaib. They believe in the unseen. So this is the first quality, and this is our topic for today. And this concept is very much relevant to our time. Because nowadays, the only thing that is basically propagated in the mainstream, that the only thing you believe in is that you can measure with, or that you can somehow use scientific measures to come to conclusion, or use some sort of tools to come. For example, we believe in temperature, we believe in gravity and things like that, because we have concept, we have measures, we have ways to understand, yes, they are there, they are available. Then we accept them. However, we all know that this idea and this way of thinking is debunked. It does not have any value. It does not stand. For example, we all have feelings, the love and the hate. How do you measure that? Where do you come? How do you measure this reality? Everyone has some sort of hate toward something and have some sort of love. Because of these emotions, they do big and take huge decisions. Similarly, someone might be listening to music and the guy is shaking his head. He is enjoying this. These are only sound waves. How do you come to, with scientific measures or units, how do you measure this? And so many other things that we cannot measure, but we know these exist, and that's a reality. So this is in a worldly fashion. By starting with this ayah, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to understand that if you are from those people who are going to hold on to the Quran, who are going to take benefit from this, you need to leave all those concepts of the people. You need to come back to the Quran. So this is the first thing. So from the ghaib, ulama say there are various things that come in the Quran. The ghaib are those which is that we cannot see. This is of course Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Quran itself, when it came, we did not see that it came to Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We did not see the revelation and so on. We haven't seen the malaika, we haven't seen the fire, we haven't seen the paradise, we haven't seen the qiyamah, we haven't seen the prophets, we haven't seen their books and so on. So we all believe in that. If we deny any of this, the guy has left the fold of Islam. He hasn't believed in this quality. So this is one. Now there is another reality of believing in ghaib. For example, you are in a group of people here in your house or in your workplace and things like that. People are backbiting, people are slandering, people are saying evil things. They are enjoying it. They're saying without any pause. But you are the one who believe in ghaib. And your heart hits it. And you remember the ayats of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like وَيْلٌ لِكُلِّ هُمَزَةٍ لُمَزَةٍ. The curse and the la'an of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Such people who does these ghaiba and buhtan and so on. So you remember this. And it hits you and you stop. So you live and you believe in a reality which those people cannot fathom. These people cannot accept. It's just out of their understanding. So you believe in this ghaib. Same thing. Maybe in your workplace or your business, people can use riba, rishwat, what is it called? Bribes and things like that. Yeah, they can use that, or they can use many other tools, using naked women and things like that the people use. You know, people can do that, but you don't do it. So you believe in this ghaib that I am not allowed. Allah has not permitted this to me. So this is another time. In schools, in colleges and things like that, you face situations where you're mocked, where you're laughed. But you still hold on, you still believe and you still hold on to Islam. Because you know, وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةِ. For Allah is all the honor. Let them say, let them do whatever they're going to do. Let them do whatever they want to come, whatever they wants to come out from their mouth. The best of the best, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was called named, he was mocked, the Sahaba was tortured, everything had happened to them, but they held on to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Same thing. So we believe in the ghaib. This is from the ghaib. This is the practical ghaib. The other one is just the belief that we believe in this. Everyone can believe that. That's easy, nothing hard to believe in. But the actual living is the hard part. Same thing like you see around the world nowadays. People are getting oppressed. There are like Palestine, the situation that they are going through, they are getting oppressed left and right. No one can stand up their voice and so on. Yeah, so they can feel the burden. Or like I was listening to a lecture that someone from the Palestine, the kid came in and he spoke to the Mulvi Sahib and he said that why isn't the help of Allah coming? When the help of Allah going to come? We are getting oppressed left and right. Why is it not happening? In here there is another ghaib that we believe in. That وَعَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. You might think something is bad for you in it is goodness. Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in different place, وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ إِن كُنْتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. That do not be depressed, do not be sad. You will be successful. Your victory will come. Your help of Allah going to come. So we believe in this. Now if this same criterion was applied at time of Rasul, where Bilal was dragged on the sand, he was burnt alive, like he was barbecued, yeah? And that same situation was applied. When the help of Allah going to come? The Sahaba getting left and right tortured. When this going to happen? So you do not assign duty to Allah that this is when the help going to come. Allah going to bring His nasr and His help the way He wants to bring. On you is your own effort. Whatever capacity that Allah has given to you, you will work on that. But do not expect that Allah going to listen to your criterias. Like لا يسأل عما يفعل لا يسألون عما يفعل وهم يسألون. You're not going to question what Allah does, but you will be questioned. You do not give when the help of Allah going to come. You do not decide when is best. You will remain with Allah and you will work the way Allah subhanahu wants you to work, and you will remain steadfast in whatever calamity comes in. This is actually believing in the ghaib. So these are all from the ghaib. Another one or two things and they'll finish. In here, which is very important, this verb that I have, it is more complex, but we'll try to make it as easy as we can. It comes in fi'al mudari', and in Arabic language it is known as ghayr tam, meaning it's incomplete. This verb that have come in, meaning that this belief that we have is going to go up and down. Sometimes you hear the ayats of Allah and it shakes you. The tear comes down. You want to hear more Quran. You want to hear more about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So your iman is very high, especially in times of Ramadan, or when you are going through some sort of difficulties. Your iman is amazing. You just want to listen to the words of Allah and you just want to stand in the salah. This is one situation. Then other times you are waiting for the imam to say Allahu Akbar and you just want to go to the ruku'. So it's going to happen. So this is what is being highlighted. Now do not lose hope. Do not think that's it, it's done deal. Yeah, when your iman is down or when you feel depressed, do not think. Come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is actually believing in the ghaib as well. And there are other things, but we will leave it to this. Just linking with the previous word, who are al-muttaqeen? Who are those people who protect themselves, who are true, who are sincere with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? They are those people who believe in the ghaib. They believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they will work throughout. They know that Allah is there, so they believe in unseen because they haven't seen Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They know the anger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they also know the rada, the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they will stay away from the anger of Allah and they will work with the pleasure of Allah, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from them. So these are those people. May Allah make us from them. Wallahu alam. Subhanakallah bihamdik.